What's up guys, it's Munch818 or Ian. Welcome back to another video. This week we're going to be talking about RLCS Week 4 predictions. Let's get right into the recap. The first recap we're going to be talking about is NRG versus Space Station Gaming. Everyone expected NRG to win, as did I, as this was the lock of the week. I was fairly certain NRG was going to win, but no one expected the sweep, but it came out that way. The next match we're going to be talking about is Splyce versus Rogue. This was another match that everyone expected to be close, but a lot of people expected Rogue to come out on top. They were right, but it was another sweep. There are no more matches in NA that I want to talk about because they were all pretty boring and straightforward, but I want to make it a point that this is the first time that I have ever gotten a whole region correct, and we did do that this week, and what a better week than week 3. The next match we're going to talk about is Triple Trouble versus PSG. Everyone expected PSG to win this as they were looking pretty good, and as PSG does, they have a hard time closing out series. They won Game 1 and Game 2, but Triple Trouble came out with the reverse sweep and beat PSG. Next match I want to be talking about is TSM versus FC Barcelona. This was the viewer vote. Good job to you all because you got the third week in a row correct. You guys haven't gotten a viewer vote wrong. Very good job to you all. Make sure to stay tuned later in the video where we will be doing the Week 4 RLCS viewer vote. The final match I want to recap for you guys was the Bricks versus PSG. I predicted the Bricks to win. The Bricks were looking pretty decent in Week 2, so a lot of people expected them to beat PSG, but PSG coming out with the win barely here. It was a really close series, and I just want to note that this was the only series I got wrong all weekend. So I went 11-1 for the weekend, the best week I've had by far. So good job to you guys for the correct viewer vote, and let's all pat ourselves on the back for this one. Now let's get into the Week 4 predictions. First we have Ghost versus SSG. This is somewhat of a no-brainer. Ghost is really looking like a better team as they kind of took it to G2, still lost last week, but we're doing a lot better. Ghost is kind of making the improvements that I want to see from them, and I do commend them from that. But SSG, in my opinion, the solid fourth team after picking up a win over EG. I do think there will be some competition with Rogue and EG for the 4th, 5th spot into LAN, but we're going to see that. But for now, I put Space Station Gaming over Ghost. Now we have G2 versus Splyce. This is a no-brainer. My opinion, Splyce is the worst team, NA or EU, in the RLCS right now. G2 is near the top, definitely in the top half, probably in the top third. G2 coming out with the win on this one. Ghost versus Rogue, another no-brainer. Rogue has been playing very well, and I do think they will challenge SSG for the 4th LAN spot. Ghost, on the other hand, is not looking good, looking better, but still not looking where I want them to, so we have Rogue taking this one. Splyce versus Evil Geniuses. This is another game that will kind of dictate the bottom two. I do believe that EG is too good to lose to Splyce, and I have EG winning this one. I do believe that EG will probably end around the 6th seed, landing just higher than Ghost and just higher than Splyce. SSG versus Cloud9. This is kind of a tricky one. Obviously, everyone thinks that Cloud9 is a much better team, Cloud9 being 4-0 right now and at the top of the standings, and SSG being in the 4th position. But SSG will be hot. They have been hot the last couple of weeks, they've been playing a lot better, and they would have just came off a win off of Ghost, but still, I cannot put it past Cloud9. Cloud9 is in incredible shape. They're playing absolutely phenomenally, and honestly, I don't think anyone will be able to take out Cloud9 except maybe G2 or maybe NRG, the other parts of the top 3 of North America. So I have Cloud9 winning this match. And then the final match of North America, we have G2 versus NRG. This is my viewer vote of the week. I will be voting in the viewer vote like I do always along with you guys. And I am not going to share my opinion on this one. I'm sure it's pretty straightforward who you guys think I will be rooting for. All I'm saying is I don't want a bucket of ice water on my head. I would rather be doing the giveaway for you guys. And it was a really good time doing the viewer votes. And we have this one and then just one more for next week. So let's keep the viewer vote strong. Go make sure to vote right up here. Now let's get into the European side. We start with a very easy matchup of FC Barcelona versus Maus. I do think this will get FC Barcelona very hot for the week. This will be an easy win for them, as I do have FC Barcelona. Then we have Triple Trouble versus Vitality, another easy prediction for me. I have Vitality winning this one, not even close. Triple Trouble is looking fine, but Vitality is just on a whole nother level than even the other top European talent, let alone a team that most people are kind of confident will get relegated. The next match we have is PSG versus Maus. PSG is definitely the hardest team to predict right now because they can't win games against some teams where they get like reverse swept like they did with Triple Trouble last week. But also they can win games against the Bricks, who's another one of those bottom teams. The Bricks and Triple Trouble are on the same scale, but PSG beats one but not the other. Really confusing, but I do think that PSG will pull this out. I do think that Maus is probably the weakest team in Europe right now, and PSG definitely deserve a win, and it will kind of get them hot for their match coming up later. The next match, we have FC Barcelona versus the Bricks. This is pretty straightforward. I have FC Barcelona. I was kind of hot on the Bricks in the beginning. Now I'm just hoping they get a land spot. Hashtag Cookser for a new team. I've kind of been a Cookser fanboy ever since I've joined Rocket League. And I don't know, his team, I feel like, besides the Season 2 and maybe Season 3 teams, have never really been as good as Cookser. And honestly, that could be Cookser's fault. I don't really know the whole team dynamic. But what we're seeing now is Cookser's the current golden striker. He is averaging more points than anyone else in Europe, but his teammates are just not holding it down. I just want to see the Bricks kind of do what they need to do on defense. Their offense is not getting as many chances as they'd like. They're getting enough, which is why Cookser is the golden striker, but I need to see a little bit more on defense from them before I can start picking them over teams like FC Barcelona. Now we have the upset of the week. A lot of people are like, oh, you're going to pick Triple Trouble here because they're the upset. No, I'm picking Dignitas. Oh, that's not an upset, Ian. I don't want to hear it. This was an upset. Do you want to know why? Because if you look at Dignitas' standings, they're lower than Triple Trouble. Yeah, I said it. Lower than Triple Trouble. Dignitas just started to get on the upswing. I'm really hoping this is an easy match for them here as they can start to make their season good again and hopefully recover it to land a 4th, 5th, or 6th win into land. And the final match of the week, you guys already know, is the lock pick because I haven't picked it yet. TSM versus PSG. I do believe that this is kind of a pretty straightforward match. TSM looking like the for sure 2nd seed after taking a win off of FC Barcelona. PSG looking to be around the middle of the pack. I'm just really hoping that I get this one right, as I'm kind of taking a bit of a risk on the lock pick this week, but you know what? That's a little bit of the fun. So make sure to use your guys' viewer vote right up here, and stay tuned for the giveaway information. So the giveaway that we will be doing, there's still a chance that it might not happen. So as I talked about previously, if I go above 500 or get above 50% of all of my matches correctly for RLCS League Play, I will be doing a $10 Steam card giveaway. But if I get under 500, under 50%, which it looks like we won't, but you know what? It could happen if I get all of these wrong and then all of week 5 wrong. Who knows? It could happen. But if that happens, we will be getting a bucket of ice water dumped on my head. It'll be fun. You guys will love it. Just make sure to subscribe down below. Comment if you have an opinion that you want to tell me about. If you disagree with me on some picks. Like if you like the video. Follow my Twitter. Follow my Twitch. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.